Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to some more Aceattorney Investigations, Miles Edgeworth. Specifically, we're in Episode 4, Turnabout Reminiscence, at Ladder, the truth behind the KG8 incident. But we were actually just going to go check out lobby number 1, which is where Bad and you are hanging out, so... I have a child watching TV in here.
Don't stick your face too close to that. It stings. I remember doing that a lot as a kid.
What is that incredibly overpowering sweet scent?
Smells like flowers.
Uncle Bad, is this it?
Isn't that Detective Bad on K over there?
It looks like she managed to escape the bailiff.
Oh, that's not quite it.
Too bad, but it's so pretty.
I think you're still a bit too young to be wearing that. But since you found it, I guess I can let you keep it.
Thanks, I'll treasure it always.
Those two seem to get along rather well.
Oh, here. I got something else for you.
Yay, thank you, Uncle Bad.
Whoa.
I spent $6 on it.
Earlier, I ate one of these with Gummy.
Gummy? Oh, you mean gumshoe.
Gummy is... He was trying to be nice to me because I was going to get in trouble. And then he got in trouble because he lied to protect me. Gummy... hiccup. I know he didn't kill Daddy.
Don't cry. Faraday would be sad if he saw you crying.
I'm not crying. Oh, it's the mister from before and the lady, too.
Don't you think it would be a good idea to go home for the time being?
You're not involved in this investigation, so it's for the best if you do.
Actually, I'm Uncle Bad's assistant. So I'm related to the investigation.
Starting now, she is, I guess.
Yeah, she has a habit of just deciding she's people's assistant.
Correct.
Is that so, Detective Bad?
Yeah, I guess.
What? You were just scolding us like your kids to not mess up the crime scene. And now you let this child run free. Why?
People are free to investigate things outside of the actual crime scene. You also had a few things you wanted to look into. Got a problem with that?
Angry Francisca noises.
I don't have a problem with that, but I am curious as to what Miss Yu is looking into.
Uncle Bad, I'm gonna go look somewhere else now, okay?
Alright, I'm counting on you.
Oh, that's right. Hey, mister.
Yes, what is it?
I know Gummy really isn't the bad guy. I mean it. So please, find the real bad guy, okay?
I won't forgive whoever did this. But in the absence of a perfect piece of testimony and evidence, there's no one else who could be the true culprit other than Detective Gumshoe. She wandered off while I was pondering.
She caught me monologuing.
What is this?
What an incredibly strong-scented herbal tea.
I fear that more than being relaxing, this scent may make one a bit heady instead.
You put in a special request for that.
No wonder she's so violent. If she's been drinking this stuff the whole time.
He makes you violent.
Tea of violence.
Neither woman should be allowed to comment on this particular topic. Ever.
Yeah, both violent.
Agnostic women aren't allowed to speak. No.
Misogynist.
That's how he was raised by an evil man.
Right. Detective Bad, what exactly was Kay searching for?
Nothing that concerns you, boy.
Oh, and I suppose it has something to do with Kay.
It does, because she's Faraday's daughter. Anyway, hurry up and get to the point. I don't have time to waste.
Sounds like you'd rather be left alone. I have something I'd like to confirm with you once again.
I don't have anything to say to you. I can ask you the same 3 questions over and over again.
Be that as it may, we still have questions that we need answers to. Now then, first of all, what is the overpowering smell that is permeating this room? Upon entering this room, I thought I was going to suffocate.
It's that ultra-strong perfume you wears. She spilled some. I was having a bad time of it myself. I didn't think twice and opened the window. That smell's still here.
Perfume, huh? So the sweet scent in the air is perfume.
Well, it's giving off quite a stench. I bet it's cheap, no-name brand.
She said it's a famous brand from overseas.
It's a knockoff. Yes, definitely a knockoff.
No disrespect, but she forced one of those bottles on me. Here, little girl, you can have it. I don't freaking want this.
I was born for a much more expensive and refined perfume. However, seeing as you just happen to have a spare, I suppose I'll take it. Miles Edgeworth, you will hold on to this bottle without fail.
Oh. Why can't she ever be honest about her wants?
I'm given to Bad by you. Same perfume as the one spilled in lobby number 1. Here.
So now we have the perfume Miss Yu wears. Just fantastic.
Can I look closer at it? Nope.
Is that all you wanted to talk about? If so, I'm going back to investigate.
Actually, I still have a few other things I wish to inquire about.
During the recess in relation to Faraday.
So you were in this room the entire recess?
Like I said, I made a call to the precinct to get that big lug down here. But other than that, I was waiting for the recess to end in here.
At least your story is consistent.
Earlier you said that you were in this lobby with Miss Yu.
Yeah, I ran into her in the hallway. She said she wanted to talk to me about something, so we came in here.
Then what you're saying is that until Detective Gumshoe's arrival, you and Miss Yu were in the 2 different locations.
I guess I am.
Interesting.
Speaking of that lawyer, she seems to have a great dislike for you.
Let's see. Miss Yu is the sister of the victim in the KG-8 incident. And, as I recall, Detective Bad was the lead detective in that case. I wonder if the reason for her disdain isn't simply because you failed to guard Cece, but because you were the lead detective on that case.
You?
I also know that today's trial involving the Codopian Embassy staff member is being referred to as the second KG-8 incident. Now then, Detective, I believe it's time you were honest with me and told me the truth behind your relationship with Miss Yu and Mr. Faraday and the KG-8 incident.
You already know that much. I guess it'd be alright to tell you.
The KG8 incident.
Now then, I'd like to ask you a few questions about the KG8 incident.
It's not exactly a happy story. Other than the people who were directly involved, you two will be the first to hear what I'm about to tell. The honest truth behind the KG8 incident. Faraday, you and I, as you already know, we three were involved in the KG8 incident. Faraday and I were originally on the trail of a smuggling ring.
You mean the smuggling case involving one of the Mono Group's secretaries?
Trial was just a front.
A facade.
Yeah. Case became tainted. All because the witness who was going to testify but the Mono Group's ties to the smuggling ring, CCU, was killed.
Then, what became of the secretary who was arrested?
His name was Colin Deveray. To be honest, the guy didn't know a thing about the smuggling ring. But he confessed to knowing about it anyway. Deveray was probably being intimidated by the big boss man. It's another scapegoat.
The boss man of the Amano Group. He can't seriously mean Mr. Ernest Amano. It can't be right. It's probably just Detective Bad's personal hypothesis.
No way that other guy would ever
Ernest
be back.
Amano, the financier. Never. Couldn't be him.
What is he trying to do, suspecting Mr. Amano of being involved with smuggling?
I suppose it would be quite difficult to secure an acquittal after he confessed. But the man who killed CCU, Manny Cotton, was a completely different person. But since he's already been acquitted once of murder, Mr. Faraday, how could you let him go?
If I remember correctly, I heard that Mr. Faraday had an important piece of evidence stolen from him.
That wasn't Faraday's fault. It was mine. I wasn't vigilant enough. Faraday, CC, I was supposed to protect them both.
Miss Yu did mention that as well. About how Detective Bad was supposed to guard her sister.
But even I, who was supposed to protect them, I fell into their trap.
What kind of job?
Holes in this jacket are a testament to that trap.
You mean you were fired upon?
He was shot that many times in one gunfight?
You could just look at all the bullets everywhere.
How many?
What they call a Giga Chat. No. Only about half of these are from that case. But the reason I continue to wear this jacket is to remind myself of the lessons I learned from the KG8 incident.
I see.
Couldn't protect CCU, and the suspect was found not guilty. He had hit a brick wall, as far as the law was concerned. That's when she came to the courtroom, the victim's sister. That's when I first met Callisto Yu.
Relation to you.
About when you first met Miss Yu. It was on the day of the verdict of the KG8 incident was handed down, was it not?
Yes, Faraday and I, we apologized to her from the bottom of our hearts. It was all we could do. But you're saying you're sorry won't bring back my sister, she said. And she gave me a hard slap across the face.
Well, she certainly had a lot of self-control to stop at just a slap. If it was me, not even 100 lashes would have been punishment enough.
I got shot half dozen times, but I suppose not. You said it herself. And she never wanted to see either of us ever again.
But after that, you've seen her many times over, correct?
Yeah, Faraday and I, even after the KG8 incident had come to a close, we continued to hunt down the smuggling ring and got involved in a variety of cases. But it was no use. We cracked so many different cases. The result was always the same. We couldn't find the real mastermind behind the ring.
Is the ring really that big?
It was in pursuit of the ring that we met you once again. It was during another trial related to the smuggling ring. Faraday was the prosecutor, and I, as the lead detective, took to the witness stand. She appeared out of the blue as the defense attorney.
Her client was related to the smuggling ring, and she was defending them.
Yeah. You was pursuing the ring as best she could as a lawyer. And she defended well this time for the same reason.
Come to think of it, Miss Yu did say something to that same effect.
It's a big folder of evidence she's holding.
I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG8 incident, alright?
And for that you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer.
Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. The only way I had to get close to Mr. L was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him. Ever. So don't you dare suggest I was going to.
It doesn't matter what her reason is. Helping a criminal is just despicable.
You're so naive, little girl. I could have stolen this lollipop from you. That's how naive you are.
How dare you insult the daughter of a Vankama?
Just like us, you felt that you had hit the limit of what the law could do. That's all.
The law is merely a tool. There is no limit to it, only the skill of the craftsman.
You two are still too young, but one day you'll know what I mean. No sidetracking. What matters is that we met you again in pursuit of the smuggling ring. That's all.
Relation to Faraday.
So what was your relation to Mr. Faraday? You even seem to know Kay fairly well.
I'm her godfather. No, I met him when he was a rookie prosecutor. Known him ever since. Kay, I've known her since the day she was born. Faraday and I, we cracked quite a few cases together.
Godfather, like the you come to me to ask me a favor on the day of my daughter's wedding. That Godfather?
Okay. But you two seem to have made no progress at all in the Yatakarasu case.
Did we touch a nerve?
I only have one thing to say to you. No one knew more about the Yatakarasu than me and Faraday. That's why I was called upon to testify in today's trial. To prove that Rel was not the real Yatakarasu. Which I would have done if he hadn't turned around and accused Faraday. After the accusation, I was asked to testify, but this time, prove or disprove the accusation. But I guess I won't be doing that either.
I sense that there's more to what that statement than meets the eye. Perhaps a bit more digging into the Yatakarasu is what's necessary.
The Yatakarasu.
You claim to know much more about the Yatagarasu. Would you care to share what you know with me?
What you two should be looking for right now is proof of murderous intent towards Faraday and Rel.
I agree, which is exactly why I'm asking you about the Yatagarasu.
But
The KG-8 incident, and the second KG-8 incident. Both of these cases are tied to the smuggling ring. And in both of these cases, the witness who was to testify about the ring was murdered. However, there is one point in which they differ. And that is the presence of or absence of the great thief Yatagarasu. Mr. Rao claimed to be the Yatagarasu. However, in the middle of the trial, he suddenly declared Mr. Faraday to be the real Yatagarasu. Then, during the recess, they were both killed. Don't you find that to be the least bit odd?
Miles Edgeworth, stop being around so much and just spit it out already.
I believe that there must be some reason to that. The two men suspected of being the Yatagarasu were both killed at the same time.
reason, huh?
And so, in order to catch Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel's cold-blooded killer, I feel that I need to learn as much as I can about the Yatagarasu.
If it'll help you solve this case. And I'll tell you the reason why we've never caught the Yatagarasu.
What was that sudden outburst for? You almost made me whip you by accident.
It still accidentally whipped me anyway.
There are three main reasons why the Yatagarasu will always be one step ahead. First, the Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. Second, the Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. Third, the Yatagarasu doesn't leave a single shred of evidence behind ever.
I see. So those are the Yatagarasu's special traits.
Sounds like an incredibly elusive thief.
Yatagarasu has never been caught on tape, never tries to draw anyone's attention. It would never do something as lowbrow as commit murder. That's how I knew that Rel wasn't the real Yatagarasu right away.
But you can't use that sort of logic on its own to prove that he wasn't.
Listen, little girl, I'm not done talking yet. What's different about this time was that evidence related to the smuggling ring was sent to the police. And the sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Cadopian embassy, Yatagarasu.
The Yatagarasu sent the evidence.
Till now, the Yatagarasu always publicized any corrupt dealings through the mass media. Not this time. The evidence this time is something only Faraday and I, and a select few others knew about.
In that case, how can you be so sure that it was the Yatagarasu who sent it?
That's easy. A special card that only Yatagarasu uses was attached. That's how I can be so sure.
But doesn't the Yatagarasu not use, like, calling cards?
They don't send the card ahead of time, like, you know, a certain mask to
Yeah.
mask, but they send a card after, like, to the when when they give the info they get to, like, the media or whatever. There's the cards that they always know that the Yatagarasu is the one that's doing this stuff. I believe.
Okay.
And just what sort of card is it?
Here, take a look at this article. Now the Yatagarasu wants to publicize something. A white card is sent along with the stolen information. But when we questioned Rel about what was sent along with the white card, Rel had no idea what it was.
Ah, and that's how Detective Bad knew that Mr. Bell was a phony. Thank you very much. I have a much better understanding of the Yatagarasu now.
Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes?
His Honor would like to transfer the evidence from today's trial over to you. If you could please head over to the courtroom, it'd be much appreciated, sir.
Understood. I'll be there shortly. Detective Bad, what does the law mean to you?
What kind of stupid question is that? Finding the answer to that question is the only reason I'm still alive.
Damn, aura farming.
I became a prosecutor to find the answer to that question myself. And to play a part in assuring that all criminals everywhere are found guilty.
10th District Court, courtroom number 3.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Edgeworth.
It appears that His Honor is still a bit dispirited.
First time today I experienced what it's like to stand at the witness stand. I now have a greater appreciation for just how hard it is to give testimony.
Well, there's no reason for you to be all depressed about it, Your Honor. As a judge, no one expects you to think about anything other than the verdict.
Francisca, there's no need to further depress His Honor.
But I'm not trying to, Miles.
Your Honor.
Eh.
Your Honor, I've come to collect the evidence that was being transferred to me. Your Honor, the evidence. Your Honor.
Oh, you, yes, can I help you?
I'd like to collect the evidence now, sir.
Your Honor, do you think you can stay focused long enough to just at least do your job?
Yes, I'm sorry. And I would, except that the defense attorney is yet to arrive.
She is busy with the investigation. So let's keep this brief, shall we?
Very well. In that case, please confirm that all the pieces of evidence are present. Furthermore, the evidence that was used in the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rell are also included, so please go ahead and use them in your investigation into their case.
Understood, Your Honor. The pieces of evidence that were used in the murder of these two men. This could be a very good chance for me to find new leads regarding their case. And maybe even something that will finally lead me to the truth.
We saw the evidence over at the prosecutor's bench for you.
Raid the defense attorney's desk as well.
I see. Thank you very much. I will go and confirm that they are all accounted for.
What is that?
Evidence that Miss Yu prepared is just sitting here on this table.
You know, you can't just walk off with it, right?
Of course I do. Miss Yu must have been caught off guard by her client's sudden accusation. I wonder how she would have defended Mr. Rell in that case, if he was still alive.
This.
What are you... You're not looking at the evidence, you're just facing a wall with
to go to the other side of the
I think it's
desk.
supposed to go to the other side of the desk and look at it, but examine it from the opposite side. So now they're all kind
Turns
of looking
around.
the wrong directions.
So this is the evidence related to today's Cadopian embassy trial from Mr. Faraday's back.
The evidence bag that was on the table, lobby number 2, right?
Yes. Finally, we can now take a look at the evidence itself, and not just data about them. Let's be sure to thoroughly examine them while we have the time.
Agreed. I want to take a good look at all of the evidence from the embassy murder too.
And why is that?
Because I still don't fully understand what today's trial was about.
Gah. Don't point your crop at me just because you don't know something.
Points it away.
Pointing it right at him.
Yeah, definitely at him.
And don't you try to order me around just because Papa chose you today.
I see someone's still sore about not being picked, by Mr. Von Karma.
It's also weird to see the knife up so close.
So we have the knife, the gun, an envelope, and what's this organizer doing here?
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot to tell you.
About what, Your Honor?
We found Mr. Faraday's personal organizer inside that evidence bag of his. The bag requested to be passed along to you. He said it would help the investigation.
Detective Bat said that.
What a strange stroke of luck.
Well, never look a gift horse in the mouth. Might as well flip through it, too. Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious look at nook and cranny.
First, the baggy evidence.
First, look at the gun again.
This gun was originally used to kill the Cadopian embassy staff member. When the crime was reported, the responding police found Mr. Bell still holding it, which led to his immediate arrest.
And then, this gun took the original shooter's file. Original shooter's life. How ironic.
Indeed. Doesn't seem to be anything else we can learn from this piece of evidence.
Knife.
Knife.
It's a knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday.
Who would have thought that such a beautiful piece of art could be used for such a cool act?
And it's never crossed your mind that you used your writing prop for the wrong purpose. Mr. Faraday's organizer. It appears he was in the habit of using it.
Looks like he worked his strategy for getting Mr. Rel convicted on him, yeah.
Looked at the evidence I need to prove that Rel was the killer. Between the handgun Rel had on him when he was arrested and the surveillance tape, I should be able to prove that he was the one.
It appears that Mr. Faraday honestly believed that Mr. Rel was the killer in this case.
The sound of his handgun going off was recorded with superb clarity on the surveillance camera video. I also have evidence that I can use to prove that Rel is not the real Yatagarasu.
And it would also appear that he had proof that Mr. Rel was not the Yatagarasu.
No matter how he may try to play it, as long as I have the Yatagarasu's key, I can prove he's a phony. If I present it to him in court, it should clear everything up. The key.
And he apparently also had a very definitive piece of evidence.
It's been a long battle. This will finally bring it to an end.
Yes, I believe that Mr. Faraday was well prepared to discredit any claim Mr. Rel may have about him being the real Yatagarasu.
And he had a way to prove that Mr. Rel was the guilty party in the embassy murder.
This organizer is a clue straight from Mr. Faraday. I'll have to take my time and give it a thorough read later.
Yeah.
Look, there's a picture stuck between these pages here.
The knife is a key.
Oh my god. It
It's a
appears to be-
keyblade.
It's a keyblade, that's funny.
And rather ornate one at that. Just like a sign on the handle.
The craftsmanship is superb. Could this be the Yatagarasu's key Mr. Faraday mentioned in his organizer?
The Yatagarasu's key.
Detective Bat said something earlier.
Different about this time was the evidence related to smuggling. Sent to the police. And the sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Cadopian embassy. Yatagarasu.
The Yatagarasu sent the evidence.
Well, now the Yatagarasu would always publicize any corrupt dealings through the mass media. Not this time. The evidence this time is something only Faraday and I, and a select few others, knew about.
Mr. Faraday must have been trying to keep his secret key safe.
As a prosecutor on both the Yatagarasu and smuggling ring cases, that's to be expected.
That's a rather unusual shape.
That's odd.
What is it?
Mr. Faraday didn't mention anything about a knife in his organizer.
That certainly is odd.
The weapon that was used to kill the Cadopian embassy staff member was the gun. But if that's the case, then where did the knife that was used in the murder used to murder Mr. Faraday come from?
Isn't it obvious? It was brought into the courthouse by Mr. L. That's the only logical conclusion, right?
No, because it's not that easy to smuggle a weapon like that in here. Every person who enters the courthouse doors are checked thoroughly for contraband. Furthermore, the suspect was handcuffed, making it impossible for him to bring a knife as large as this inside.
In that case, how do you suppose this knife ended up inside the courthouse?
Need to think carefully here. There's nothing related to the knife written anywhere in Mr. Faraday's organizer. However, it is a fact that this knife came from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. Conversely, there's one item listed in Mr. Faraday's organizer that no one has claimed to have seen today.
Thoroughly unrelated in every way.
So in order to solve this mystery, I believe I will need to take another good look at the evidence.
Miles Edgeworth, can I take the fact that you have yet to answer me? It means that you don't have an answer for me.
Actually, I do know the answer, Franziska.
What? Then what is it?
One of the pieces of evidence we've been holding has been hiding a secret of its own. It was through this piece of evidence that this knife was brought into the courthouse.
And they have to go and just name it weirdly just to mess me up with the phrasing. Okay. So in this case, would we present the key?
The key was holding the knife, I guess.
Well, it looks like it can fold in. I don't know how it works, but
Maybe the knife sits on top. Does have like the same pattern, basically.
Because at first I would have been like, oh, the knife is the thing we need to take a closer look at. But then the way they worded, I'm like, I guess we have to say that how a knife got in here. Be like, it got in here because it's the key. So I guess.
guess.
Pick up the key.
Yeah.
Take that!
This Yatagarasu key Mr. Faraday mentions in his organizer. This is how the knife was brought into the courthouse.
You're not making any sense, Miles Edgeworth.
You just need to look a bit closer, Franziska, to see what I mean. Don't the color and ornamentation of the key's handle remind you of anything?
They do remind me of that knife.
Very good. Both the Yatagarasu's key in the photo and the murderous knife have this very unique design on their handles. Furthermore, even though Mr. Faraday mentions the Yatagarasu key, the only object we found at the crime scene was the knife.
You don't seriously mean to say...
It appears that you finally caught up. And yes, I do mean to say that these two pieces are in fact one and the same.
This is impossible.
Even if that's what you believe, we should still investigate this possibility. Now then, let us examine this knife in a little more detail.
There's a bit at
What?
the end. Guess we'll touch that.
It just pulls out, so you either have the.
Oh my god. I can't believe it turned into a key. To think that there was such a trick to this thing.
So the weapon used to kill Mr. Faraday is actually the key to Yatakarasu's store. This piece of information is more critical than anything we've learned up until now.
The key the Yatagarasu sent, it turns into a knife.
Frankly, I'm shocked.
Mr. Faraday only mentioned the key aspect of this piece of evidence in his organizer. It's possible that even he had no idea the key was hiding a knife inside.
But
Somebody
is
did.
that true? Yeah. Then only someone who knew about the key to night tech could have killed Mr. Faraday.
So it was Gumshoe all along. No.
Even among law enforcement, this key was top secret. We were looking for someone who knew even more about the key than even Mr. Faraday. Meaning that the only person who could be is the one who sent the key in the first place. The great thief Yatagarasu.
So maybe Mr. L really was the Yatagarasu. And he was the one who killed Mr. Faraday. Isn't that one possible scenario?
No, not really. Especially since Mr. Faraday was absolutely convinced that Mr. Rel was not the Yatagarasu. Besides, as Detective Bad said earlier,
But when we questioned Rel about what was sent along with the white card, Rel had no idea what it was.
I see. Right then. I guess the person who knows the tech behind this key is someone else. And that person is the real Yatagarasu.
it seems that this key is truly the key to solving this case.
He is truly the key. A secret ability to change the key the Yatagarasu sent. So wait, are they still separate evidences? And one just says it turns into a knife, and the other is like it turns into the key.
I guess so. And now let's look at the Nilov.
Yeah, what's in this thing?
I took a quick look through these documents before the trial started.
No, I wasn't even afforded the opportunity to skim it.
I suppose I should explain it to you then.
Yes, you should. Perfectly in its entirety, if you please.
On the night of September 8th, an embassy staff member was killed in front of the embassy. The staff member died of shock due to being shot in the heart.
I mean, if you get shot in the heart, I think it's more than shock that killed you.
Yeah.
I mean,
all
it's
your
a way to
organs
lose
shutting
blood
down.
fast. No.
Yeah.
Makarov was brought in that night as a suspect and thoroughly questioned. Because a murder weapon was found on him, for which he was arrested for on the spot.
A simpleton of a man. That's what he was.
Perhaps he was, for the weapon wasn't only incriminating evidence we had. Mr. Rell was caught in the act on film by a security camera.
He was an even bigger simpleton than I thought. I can't believe he didn't know it was a security camera.
The Kotopian embassy security system is supposedly very well designed. He may have simply not been aware that there was a camera in the area.
So, have you seen the contents of the video for yourself?
Yes, the surveillance video and the security camera too was played during the trial by Mr. Faraday. You can clearly identify Mr. Rell on it. Even the sound of the gunshot was crystal clear.
So the footage is included sound too, huh? I don't think I'd ever want to see it. To see the moment of someone's death in your life.
Me neither. That's odd. We're short one piece of evidence. And the piece that's missing is the surveillance video that's been played in court.
The surveillance video? How could the piece of evidence just disappear? Where did it go?
He was showing the moment in which Mr. Bell committed the murder. Where could it have gone, indeed?
Are you done with your inspection of the evidence?
Yes, I'm finished. However, Your Honor, I'm missing a single piece of prosecutorial evidence.
Your Honor, were you derelict in your duties?
What? No, I dare not lick my duties. What do you take me for?
Derelict.
No, Your Honor. The most important piece of evidence in today's trial. The surveillance video is not amongst the evidence you laid out for me.
But I brought Mr. Faraday's whole bag with me from the crime scene. Maybe the tape is still somewhere at the crime scene?
There's something wrong here. Something about this missing piece of evidence. It would appear that for me to find the answers I seek, I will have to pay another visit to the scene of the crime, defendant lobby number 2.
Wow, that guy.
Oh my god.
Look it up.
Legacy. What have you got to say now? Glorious philosopher.
That's Detective Bad. But who was he with?
I've never seen that officer before.
So did you find it? No, not yet, and I've looked everywhere. I see. Well then, please continue with the search. Understood. I'll continue the search. So you're the one running the show. Prosecutors like you shouldn't even be allowed at crime scenes.
How dare you? Just who do you think you are?
Never to be seen again.
What was that all about? And who was that man just now?
Just imagining if you like played all these like cases in like chronological order, how confused you'd be.
Yes, very. Whoever he was, I've never seen a more impudent officer in my life.
Does he even know that we're standing here right here behind him?
I know you're standing right behind me. What do you want, kids?
Looks like we're paying attention after all.
Of course I was. I have eyes in the back of my head.
Ah, so that mirror isn't for vanity's sake.
Just looking behind him.
It's for him to keep an eye out on who or what was behind him at all times. So tell me, Detective Bad, who was that rude man just now?
Guy came here from the Republic of Zhang Fa to study. He's Agent Lang. He's trying everything he can to revive the lost honor of his family. He's traveling the world to study different philosophies of attainment from scratch.
By visiting various police departments around the world. He has a lot of dedication.
Still just a rookie cop, but I sense a strong grudge of some sort from him. Guy's more useful than Gumshoe, even if he is rude.
Well, he sure has a lot of guts to come to this country and give prosecutors a hard time.
You are above the police.
Yes, all one karmas are, as we all know.
I agree. However, I can think of one young lady that statement also applies to. Anyway, what was that agent looking for, Detective Bad?
Earlier, That little girl was poking around into lobby number 1 as well.
Like I said before, it's got nothing to do with the two of you.
I highly doubt that it has nothing to do with me. Fine. If this is the game I must play, then I will take this opportunity to draw out what he's been hiding. What happened in this room straight from him. Earlier you were in lobby number 1, and now you're here in lobby number 2. You're quite the busy man, Detective Bat.
Yeah, I can walk down a hall. But returns to a crime scene brings about success. That's what we detectives say.
I see. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I asked you about what happened again, correct?
It's like how many times?
I don't have anything left to say to you, boy.
Boy, you'll see. I'll draw that answer from you one way or another.
I did kill you to help us even a tiny bit in our investigation.
I gave Faraday's notebook to the judge earlier. That's help enough, don't you think?
She hates him because he speaks the truth. No.
Please, we are asking you for just a bit more of your cooperation.
Don't push me, kid.
Time of the murder again.
I'd like to ask once again about what happened around here at the time of the crime.
I refuse to answer. Any more investigating you do would be a waste of time. Besides, how am I supposed to answer questions about things I don't know about?
Things you don't know about. But aren't you supposed to know everything?
You should. Wait, is it possible? Maybe he doesn't know about the trick behind the piece of evidence. I should try showing it to him. It may prove to be the key to getting some answers from Detective Bat.
Everyone investigate the room first.
Is there anything we want to look at?
Get flavor text out of the corpse or look at the TV and see if we get yelled at like Gumshoe.
It's not just one tiny TV.
Detective Gumshoe was rather shocked at this, and said it's huge compared to his own.
Anything you compare with something he owns would always seem grandiose.
Speaking of grandiose, I'd say that ego of yours could use a little deflating.
Okay, look at that. It's just the pigs again. So, I think we're fine. Let's show him the knife thing. Just show him the key half of it, even though it's the same item.
Detective Bat, did you know the existence of the item in this photograph?
Of course I did. My job to know everything related to the Yatagrasu case.
In that case, let me ask you something. Did you know that the knife that killed Mr. Faraday and this Yatagarasu's key are one and the same?
What? That's impossible.
It looks like he didn't know at all.
He didn't know.
This piece of evidence, which we call the Yatagarasu's key, is actually a well-camouflaged knife. Mr. Faraday was planning to use this Yatagarasu's key to prove that Mr. Rao was not the real Yatagarasu. Isn't that correct?
I guess so.
However, Mr. Faraday had no idea that it was, in fact, a knife.
You have to admit, neither one of us knew that fact. If neither of us knew, then no one in law enforcement knew either. How did we miss something as big as this?
I noticed that since a little while ago, you appear to be searching for something. I presume that this key is what you are searching for.
Yeah, that's right.
And why were you searching for it?
Thus, I promised Faraday. I promised him that I'd protect that key with my life. After he was killed, the key disappeared from Faraday's evidence bag. Who would have thought that the key is what took Faraday's life?
Detective Bad. So that we may find the truth, please testify for me once more.
Alright. It doesn't matter how many times I tell you about what happened. Nothing will change.
I'm the murder.
Detective Bad. I ask you that you please testify once more. About what happened in lobby number 2, and what you experienced in lobby number 1.
My answer is still the same. And this is the last time I'm gonna do this.
That's fine, because I only need this one last time to clear everything up. To find the truth behind this case.
Detective Bad's movements.
I was in lobby number 1 talking with you. I'm talking about some trivial things. I heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to reconvene. We heard it, you and I immediately dashed out into the hallway together. Saw Gumshoe goofing around there, then we all ran into lobby number 2.
It sounds like the exact same story he told us before.
Indeed. However, I feel that we have yet to draw out all the information that we can.
In other words, press everything.
Press his buttons. See if he draws something other than a mirror.
Pulls out another key.
Hold it!
He was aceattorney.
Why did Miss Yu choose lobby number 1? Answer me.
Well, no, she just said she had something she wanted to talk to me about.
Now, there's no way the detective is secretly actually the Phantom Thief. Like, that never happened before. Ace defective. Anyway.
We're locked into lobby number 1 together. That's all.
So his answer remains the same as before. I see.
Trivials.
I was hoping you could expand on what exactly you were discussing with Miss Yu.
Trivial stuff. It was nothing important.
That's for me to decide. Alright, I suppose that's for him to decide. Moving on then.
Hold it!
Until you heard the gunshot, did you notice anything else that was out of the ordinary?
I didn't hear any other strange sounds till that gunshot.
If the gunshot Detective Bad heard was really one of them, the one from the murder, that would give that other piece of evidence an entirely different meaning. I ask that you please amend your testimony to that statement. Amend your testimony with that statement just now.
Sure.
No other strange sounds until they heard that gunshot.
So
Did you hear
there
the
was
balloon
gunshot.
pop?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Objection! The gunshot's louder than a balloon, kid.
Detective Bad, does this balloon fragment remind you of anything?
It's the same color as the one Kay was holding.
Oh, so you knew about Saka's balloon.
Yeah. I was sitting with her up in the gallery. Or in the recess, just before we split up. I filled that balloon up for her.
Well, as you may have already surmised, this piece did indeed come from Kay's balloon.
Why do you have helium with you to fill balloons? So, what about the balloon?
I wonder if you might remember hearing this balloon pop at some point.
What are you getting at?
This fragment was found in the hallway right in front of lobby number 2. Furthermore, it was the sound of this balloon popping that the judge mistook as a gunshot.
No? The sound that the judge heard is not actually a gunshot, huh?
On top of that, His Honor said that he heard the balloon pop about 20 minutes before the trial was to reconvene.
Yes, which means that His Honor had heard the balloon pop in the hallway. When you were in lobby number 1, Detective Bad. And if you were in lobby number 1 at the time, you were close enough that you should have heard that balloon popping as well.
So?
Don't give me that so.
We just proves that there is a flaw in your testimony.
Crackling of the truth is louder than the sound of your sweet naivety cracking. And since you kids don't seem to know, let me fill you in on something. Ever stop to think why the doors and walls of this place seem so rugged? That's because they were designed to keep secrets from being leaked.
What is that supposed to mean?
Doors and walls are super thick. Window panes are double layered. Top it all off, even the curtains are made of a special sound-absorbing material.
Then you mean...
I was shut up inside lobby number 1. There was no way I could have heard that sound.
No.
I knew that was what he was going to say.
Then that means the Scarface testimony is completely useless. If the rooms are soundproof, then of course he wouldn't hear any sign of struggle.
No!
That's why it's only natural. I didn't hear the balloon popping. Now do you get it, kids?
Miles, I thought we were supposed to be the ones finding the flaws in his logic. Not the other way around.
The other way around? It's not possible to hear the sound of the balloon popping if one were in lobby number 1. However, if we examine the situation in reverse, a person standing in the hallway should not be able to hear the real gunshot either. And yet, Detective Gumshoe claims to have heard it while he was standing in the hallway. Detective Bad, if that's the case, how exactly did you hear the gunshot?
What do you mean, how? I just did.
It would appear that you have yet to realize the contradiction in your own words.
Oh, how so?
If the rooms are soundproof as you say they are, then how did the sound of the gunshot enter your ears?
I see what you mean. I guess I'm more out of it, Faraday's murder, than I thought I was.
Which means what exactly, Miles? In the end, what does this all boil down to?
It boils down to this. There must be a reason.
The window is open.
As to how Detectives Brad and Gumshoe heard a gunshot, they theoretically couldn't have.
Yeah, the window was open in this room, and then
Window
also
was
the window
open in the hall, was open in the other room because she spilled perfume, and this room's open, so it could have
all
traveled
three
out
rooms
in
had
and
open
around
windows.
all the windows.
Yep. Yeah.
Looks like we need to examine the state of the crime scene again, huh?
State of the crime scene. Wait, can it be?
That ultra-strong perfume you wear, she spilled some of it.
It's open to allow the perfume.
Ugh. Way too noisy.
Very loud television.
The missing
Okay.
surveillance video. I had a gunshot on it.
Oh.
Kill him earlier. Now, who was it that said they were having an argument and not to disturb them in that room no matter what?
trying to think. Don't remember. Sorry.
When they ran into you in the hall, she said, "Oh, Faraday took the other guy and that thing and he looked really pissed and not to bother them.
Oh yeah, those two.
So then he made Gumshoe go and guard the door. 'Cause it's like,
Yeah.
oh, apparently Faraday's in there and having an argument with the other guy. Meaning he could have died much earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just play the surveillance video with the sound cranked up.
Then when he gets the gunshot, it suddenly goes. Okay, which one should I merge order? Like the two windows first, or
Yes, I guess
Yeah.
maybe do the two windows.
let's try those?
It's simply not possible for the killer to have escaped through barred windows. And yet the fragrance of the perfume managed to escape from defendant lobby number 1. Of course, incorporeal things can move freely through these open, barred windows.
A very
Of
Of course,
strange
the
way to
smell
be like
can fit through
sound.
the bars.
Alright. Allow television and missing evidence together?
Yes, see.
Apparently those are
Not yet. Alright, so I guess you do the TV and then the open windows.
Yeah.
And then later it'll be like, now, what would have played that sound that the missing evidence would have?
Now then, what else besides a smell can go through and out of an open barred window? The answer is sound. So, no matter how careful the killer was, if the windows were open, the jig would be up. And since the windows in both the defendant lobby number 1 and the hallway were open, that explains how the sound of a gunshot could be heard in both locations.
Now we can
Exactly.
combine that with the missing evidence. A lot of logic done here.
Missing piece of evidence in this video. It shows the moment in which Mr. Bell killed the embassy staff member. The sound of the gunshot left quite an impression on me when it was played during the trial. The video should have been turned to Mr. Faraday's evidence bag for the recess. And brought back here. If it disappeared after that time, then it's possible that the tape is still here in this room. Eureka! The evidence that the missing evidence.
It's the missing
Oh God, you say it twice, and it was just twisting my brain.
That the missing evidence created from me is the gunshot sound that no one should have been able to hear in the first place.
Miles, what have you been thinking about?
Miles, what you thinking about?
What you thinking about?
Stop wasting time thinking, and let's start looking again.
It's not a waste of time to think, for I have figured out where we should look.
And where would that be?
I believe we should examine the television.
TV. Well, you kids have fun. Go ahead and examine whatever you like. Getting too old for this shit.
Alright, so look at the player.
CR thing?
It's a video player, and there seems to be a videotape inside.
Looks like it. The tape must have stopped on its own when it's reached the end.
This tape, could it not be missing the surveillance tape?
I suppose, but
Detective Bad, would it be alright with you if we verified the contents of this video?
Sure. Knock yourself out.
alright then. Let's rewind this and see what you have.
Remember correctly, the footage in Real killing the embassy staff member should be at about 30-minute mark from the start of the tape.
Understood. This should be about right. Now then, let's see.
This is
I said I didn't want to see this.
This is the footage of Mr. L's shootings at Embassy staff member.
I knew it. The missing piece of evidence, the surveillance video, was here all along.
Got it.
Sound. What's the meaning of this?
It appears that Detective Bad has figured out the true source of the gunshot he heard. With this, I think we can figure out the trick behind this double murder.
Do you mean that you figured it all out, then?
Yes, all I have to do now is show what the gunshot Detectives Bad and Gumshoe heard was. And through where they heard it from.
Fine. In that case, show me what you've deduced.
No, to show what the gunshot Detectives Bad and Gumshoe heard was. And through where they heard it from.
Say it twice, I guess. Whatever.
Well, I mean, this... Save at this point. Okay. So do I, like, deduce it? Or, like, how does it work?
I mean, do we deduce the TV and then say that?
Or do we do the window, deduce the window
it
with
was-
the tape?
It was what made the sound, and then what... Where did they hear it from? So first this...
Okay,
What do I
so
do,
it's-
though? Do
yeah,
I
it's either
deduce?
the
And if I do
Player
deduce...
or the TV?
Do I just do this? I'm confused.
We could try it. I don't know.
Yeah. We can't present anything
Either we
else.
need to show the tape to the TV, or we need to show the tape to the window. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just do it. Okay, so it's not.
Okay, I'm just gonna reload. I'm just confused what he's like
So
asking.
probably the TV next.
All right, so
With
the
the
TV
tape.
itself, and then the tape.
Oh,
Not
okay.
the VHS.
Yeah, or the window.
'Cause that's already what's in there. So yeah. Wrong button. Now do the tape, and then if not that, tape.
The tape of the window.
All right, so no.
Then. So no window next.
Very confused. The way he worded it, it's like I'm supposed to do two things, but I guess you're supposed to do one and just like the tape of the window.
The game all about logic. It's not the most sound with how it logically wants to present things.
Yeah.
If the door and windows to the crime scene, namely this room that we're in, were closed, the killer could have used a gun, and no one would have been the wiser.
That's true. This courthouse does seem to be well designed for such a thing, as it were.
However, what happened in reality was Detective Gumshoe, Detective Bad, and Miss Yu. All three of them heard the gunshot.
Well, the windows in lobby number 1 and 2 and the hallway were open. So naturally, the people in these locations could hear it.
But then, why would the criminal open the window in the first place?
To allow the gunshot to be heard, I suppose.
Correct. That's the only logical conclusion that we can draw from this.
But why was that necessary in the first place? I want a real answer, Miles. I demand satisfaction.
Very well. I believe that the killer wanted to manipulate our own perception of a certain fact.
When the crime took place.
Yep.
Yeah.
The killer wanted to fabricate the time of death to their precise wishes. And they used a gunshot in the surveillance video to do so.
So that's why the tape was left running.
I mean, the gunshot I heard was from this video?
Yes, which means that the murders really occurred in an earlier time than we thought. Must have been during the recess, before Detective Gumshoe was on guard duty. Someone who has no alibi for their time period. And planned this crime out in advance. That person is the real killer.
Investigation complete.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, what is it?
Miss Yu is asking for you. She's in the courtroom. She says she's identified the murderer, but that she wants to clarify something.
Looks like Miss Yu is still investigating something.
Understood. Please tell her that I will be right over.
I'll come along. I want to hear what she has to say.
It would appear that the time has come to uncover the truth.
To be continued.
We will finish this case maybe tomorrow.
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. Final confrontation. Latter. Confrontation. Former Callisto use. Does that mean it's going to be a ladder as well?
Though naming convention's weird. Anyway.
I love doing this shit.
Anyway, everyone, if you enjoyed this, then liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing are all appreciated. The most important thing, though, that thou must absolutely do is have a nice day.
Eureka!
Worked my lollipop to the nub, so now I must reload for next time.